guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with a quick process video for you today, showing you my first layout that I have created with my January How to Kill a Kit with Style. So this is a stash kit that I put together, and it was based on this Indigo Hills 2 collection. And so you will see one of the papers here, and I'm going to use this as a 12 by 12 background. And so what I am doing is I'm going to take my craft knife and cut out a whole bunch of the leaves that are on this background paper. And I just cut them like partially out so that I could pop them up. So I want to give some dimension to the design that is already there in this background paper. So this layout's going to come together pretty quickly because a lot of the work is already done for me with this pattern paper because it has such a gorgeous background already. So I'm going to go ahead and I backed each of those leaves with that pale pink close to my heart cardstock paper that I also had pulled into my kit. And then I'm going to take my dimensional adhesive and I'm going to pop up all of these leaves that I cut out with my craft knife. And so my biggest tip with these little leaves is I did not cut them out entirely. So I cut out just kind of the ends, and you'll see that better in the close-ups. Or I cut out just one side. So they're not like flopping around and they're not going to be a big problem or get ripped apart. They're just popped up enough so that you can really see that there's a lot of dimension, and I really like how that looks. So otherwise, there's not a whole lot that I'm going to do to this layout. So I have my 4x6 photo, and it's just a picture of my 3 kids sitting in front of this waterfall when we were hiking in Colorado. And I know that I wanted to add a little bit of texture and dimension here. So I grabbed my Happy Heart Spiegel Mom Scrap Sequins mix. And this mix is really cool because it has sequins and it also has these little like pink gem hearts. And then it also has some wood veneer hearts. So I'm kind of playing with all those different textures and elements from this particular sequins mix. And in the pattern paper, there were these little gray dots in the background. And there's one section of them that you can see me working on right there in that kind of top right-hand corner. And then there's one down here in the bottom left. So what I decided to do was to take some navy blue sequins and just put them in each one of those kind of paint spots that was on the background. And so it's going right along with and it's flowing right with the design of the layout, but it's giving a little bit of extra texture. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the die cuts and tags pack as well as the Hip Kit Club alphabet that I had pulled out into this kit. So if you want to see more about what specifically is in this kit, you can go ahead and check out the How to Kill a Kit with Style kit share video that I did so you can see all of the specific contents. But I'm just using those die cuts and creating a bunch of dimension behind the top edge of my photo. And then I'm going to have my title say Colorado Magic Weekend Adventure. And so I've pulled out those blue puffy letters all along the bottom, and those are going to spell out Colorado Magic for me. And then I'm going to add a little sticker that just says Weekend Adventure. And so you'll see me do that here in a second. So above my photo, I've got some tickets. I have a little phrase that says Collect Adventures. I'm putting a couple of little vines that kind of match the feel of the rest of the layout back there. And then I am going to add some of my navy blue sequins into a little cluster up in there as well, so that that element of texture and sequins kind of plays throughout the entire layout. So the majority of all of my details are going to be on that diagonal that goes from the top right to the bottom left. And then my title is going to run right along the bottom edge of the page. And so that's going to kind of finish the visual triangle. So most of my embellishing was on the diagonal, and then my title kind of completed that visual triangle. So if you're somebody that looks at kind of like why we place things where we do and how we just make those decisions, that's kind of where my mind was thinking at this particular moment. It was also worked out perfectly because my title would fit in that space where the vines ended to the edge of the page perfectly. And so I like to look for spaces where my titling is going to fit exactly in the space that I have so that I don't have any like weird gaps or funny spaces that I want to fill in. I did take one of those little pink gemstones and put it over the eye in Magic just to kind of bring that fun element down to the bottom of the page. I added my little sticker that says Weekend Adventure, and that's basically it. So this layout came together really quickly because a lot of the work was already done for me with this really gorgeous background pattern paper. And so that's going to do it. I can't wait to show you more with my kit. I'll be back soon. Bye!